All right, let's get started then. Last we left off, you guys had just defeated a group of bandits that were charging a toll for anybody who crossed a bridge along this road to the west of Iron Crag. You guys are but like maybe half a day's travel from the city now.
Okay.
And you guys
Does
also
our prisoner wake up?
you guys have just woken up. Yes, your prisoner has woken up at this point.
So, Kazi says, looking at her, why did you stop us on the bridge?
You damned Tallman! When I get out of these bonds, shoot, she doesn't have a British accent. I don't know why I keep defaulting to that. When I get out of this bonds, gosh darn it, whatever. When I get out of these bonds, I'm going to tear out your eyes and eat them like grapes.
You really think that's going to work? We took out you and your entire crew. 5 of you were attacking me, and yet you failed to even knock me down. And I am but one of our crew.
You give a good point. However, once Regal hears about this, you're dead. You hear me? Dead? Dead.
And who's Regal?
Regal? The most dangerous thing north of Iron Crag.
Yeah, the dragon, right?
Yes.
Why would this Regal character believe you?
He was the one that signed off on my ownership of this land that you are all trespassing on.
Since when did this guy have the ability to grant you the land?
It is a dragon, so
Regal,
got something of a point there.
By rights, Regal owns all of the northern mountain range of the Cold Valley region, or at least that's what they say. Either way, you're dead once he hears about this.
And why would he care? Sure, he owns the land.
We pay him a percentage of
dragons.
We pay him a percentage of how much we collect.
Money. Fair. But does he care about you specifically?
She stops talking and just thinks for a moment. I don't see why not. I'm a loyal subject of Regal.
But do not dragons care about strength?
They care about gold. And that is what I was giving him until you came along.
Fair. But he has to easily find someone else. If we, to be sure, people did escape. So, regardless of whether what happens to you, I suppose, the dragon may come to know. Perhaps already does.
Well, Kazi says, why should we leave you alive then? If it's such a risk to have you here alive, why should we leave you alive?
She pauses and thinks for a moment. If you kill me, then he will seek revenge for one of his subjects. I have no doubt.
Really?
So, only you are subject to the dragon, not your men.
I have rightful ownership. The rest of the people with me were just hired hands.
So intimidating, Kazi says, shaking his head. Really?
I don't particularly care unless the dragon himself would choose to challenge us. Or one of its poor disciples, or anyone capable of casting, like, force or double spells or up.
You would not want to get on his bad side. Before you know it, he is going to own the entirety of the Cold Valley region, without a doubt.
Not if we kill him
he's
first.
A dragon. Ooh, that could be fun, Kazi says, looking suddenly very interested. Playing a dragon.
I do apologize if this is a little insensitive, but what is the opinion of Dragonborn and fighting dragons?
Some of my kin worship the dragons. Others see them as a threat. Me? It's a threat to a city or town. It might help with my standing with my family if I slay the evil dragon, Kazi said with a grin.
So pretty much like any other race.
Yeah, some are good. But you remember, I'm a metallic dragon, not a chromatic. Even among us dragonborn, chromatic dragons and metallic dragons have always been at war. It's less among the dragonborn, but it's much more prevalent among the fully fledged dragon.
Oh, believe me, if you try and fight this fight, Lord Regal, you will be dissolved alive. Without a doubt.
Of course. He's an acid spitter, Kazi said with a shrug.
There were a bunch of dwarves who didn't want to work for him a number of years ago, and he killed them all.
How long ago?
That would be 9 years ago.
About 6 years ago, I'd say.
Andrew, in my backstory was 9 years ago.
Yeah, and she's saying 6 years.
Could be a different group.
Huh. Interesting.
So that would imply that out of character. So that would imply that the dragon has done this more than once.
And if you want a good example of what happens to those who don't agree to work for Regal, you can look at the village of Granite Ridge, which is nothing more than a pile of dissolved wood now.
That we are well aware.
I vote we dump her in the river. Cut her throat and dump her in the river, Kazi said. She's more of a liability.
No, wait,
I
hang
almost
on.
died trying to capture her. I'd rather not just kill her.
Yeah, we can talk about this.
Don't we have something more useful we could do with her? The least we could do is sell her as a slave.
Kazi casts message to Adrien. I'll be bad cop, you be good cop. I'll threaten her. And I want information on any valuables she knows of.
Technically,
Kazi
I'm
says-
bad cop. I did just suggest that we sell her as a slave. But sure,
Oh.
whatever. But yeah, go ahead, you be that.
Kazi turns to her once again. He pulls out his dagger and steps toward her, menacingly. Now, I don't see a point to keeping you alive.
Now, hold
After
on.
all,
There are ramifications for killing me, obviously.
What about ramifications for leaving you as you currently are?
Leaving me here to die would also be the same as just killing me now.
Are you sure?
As it is, you would survive. Perhaps you'd have to leave to resupply for a few days. But you'd live.
Untie me, and I will go about my way. Perhaps we could put this whole situation behind us.
Then, you would continue to extort money from the rest of the folk attempting to pass through.
I am charging taxes. This is no different than the lords in their towns.
Perhaps. But 10 gold to a commoner visiting family.
Not the commoners, obviously.
That's a
I don't
small
charge
portion.
them that much. Maybe a couple of coppers. Merchants, obviously, but have you seen yourself? Yeah, no doubt you have several hundred gold in those pockets of yours. You can spare a couple.
Fair enough assumption, but perhaps the reason I have this money is I don't like giving it away.
Nobody likes giving money away. But you have to pay for things.
Kazi puts the blade to her throat.
No, okay. Oh,
And you did that.
we can talk about this.
Where's your
Stash?
Pretty much
Says,
what it
"Where's-
came down to is
Where's the money?
I didn't like your
Take that
attitude.
Funny thing about that, there really isn't one.
Oh,
And
Make an
drinks.
intimidation check, Ozzy. I would give you all. You can have advantage because you have a dagger to her throat.
If the red hanger at the moment.
Okay,
17.
you rolled 18 twice.
I did.
No, it's not here. It's all. Most of it was shipped off. No doubt you have my coin purse that has my cut for the month. Most of it is stored back. It has been delivered already as taxes.
Where you said most. Where is the rest of most?
In my coin purse.
You said that was your cut. Any other cuts laying around? Secret ones.
No. The dragon has the rest of it. It's well out of your hands, that's for sure.
Kazi taps the blade off her neck. Gently. Well, I don't see a reason to keep you alive.
Now, okay, I can
We're
give
just-
you information. Whatever you want to know.
What do you think we'll want to know? Kazi says, looking at her.
Where the dragon is, obviously.
That would be useful information. Forces.
And what assurance
way
would
out.
we have that you aren't lying, hoping to lead us into a trap?
It is a trap. I don't have to lie about that. I'm giving you directions to a dragon's lair.
How do we know you're not lying about where the dragon's lair is? Unless it's just probably so obvious.
Oh, of course, I would be redirecting you to a more dangerous creature's lair, maybe?
Unless
What
you
age
wanted
is
us
this
to
dragon?
stumble
Oh,
upon it by accident.
My apologies, I gave you the mountaintop that leads to the pit fiend. Whoops, my bad. No, how would I give you someplace more dangerous?
No, I'm saying you give us someplace less dangerous or completely irrelevant, and then hint at the fact that Dragon's Lair is something else. And then we go to the Dragon's Lair unsuspecting and unprepared, thus increasing the chances of a demise. But again,
Now, answer me this, Kazi says, looking at her. Start to explain general force disparity. But first, what age is this?
Why would I know? It's big, and it's deadly, and it's killed things. I don't know what age it would be. Do you...
How much of its skull is showing?
Its skull?
Yes.
Not...
It's an acid spitter.
She's didn't think about. I don't know. Not much. Nothing like corns or skull or anything like that. I've only seen it once up close. Seen him.
So its face is still intact. So it has to be either an adult or a young dragon, Kazi says, frowning. And Kazi would know about dragons because he would have studied them. Interesting. So, not a complete disaster. Still, not what we can handle yet.
young dragon might actually be able to take.
Now, what is the general force disparity? How many members are there in your dragon cult?
I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 dwarves and a whole lot of kobolds. The dragon has a whole colony in the caves there. They live with it. They live with them. Maybe several hundred kobolds. There's a lot.
Okay. Is there any other little checkpoints like this across this region?
Not until you get close to the mountain. No?
Which mountain is it on?
Do you have a map?
Do they have a map?
Do you have a map? You might actually not have a
I don't
map
think so.
if you...
We don't.
As a group, I actually don't know that we have a map.
Yep, that is something you
Does
could
Rowan
purchase.
have a map?
That is something you could purchase at a local town. Or
Yeah.
a city.
Does Rowan have a map? Andrew, does Rowan have a map?
Oh, yeah, right here. And he reaches into his massive pack of stuff. He just sets it down on the snow and then pulls out a very rough-looking map that shows the entirety of the Cold Valley region. What you guys are looking at now.
All right, point it out.
She points out this mountain. Hang on. Oh. She points out this mountain right here.
Okay,
Oh, actually, there's a cool thing I can do.
that's fascinating. Not too far from here then. Not near, but not far. All right, Kazi says. I might consider letting you go. On one condition.
Yeah?
Kazi says. You do not speak a word of our encounter other than the fact that you met a group of soldiers.
Of course, I'll swear on my life that I will report back if I do end up reporting back. Have my word.
Kazi sighs and puts his face in his hands. Let me give you a piece of advice. If you are going to be a gate guard, be a gate guard for the bridge. Give your men like uniforms or something.
Oh, uniform. That's a good
At
idea.
least look official. We would have paid you had you looked official, not like brigands.
Not sure either. But yet, it would make you more convincing to most people.
Not
Do
a
you
bad
agree?
idea. Not a bad idea.
Are you agreeable to our conditions? Kazi
Yes,
says.
I agree.
Can you ensure that the men who got away will not come after us seeking revenge?
They don't know who we report to.
Ah, very well. It shouldn't be too big of a deal then. Actually, don't say soldiers come in. Say monsters. That's probably safer bet.
Series of trolls?
Yeah, we just killed a troll in the region.
Perfect, I'll say that.
I'm gonna do an insight
Sorry?
check on her to see how.
Okay, yeah, make an
to
insight
see if
check.
she-
You can't tell whether or not she is honest in this situation.
Adrien is also pretty suspicious.
Yep, you can roll as well.
11.
Yeah, you can't tell whether it's not you don't exactly have the ability to mind read, so it's hard to tell, but it seems like she's quite willing to agree.
Is she a dwarf?
Yes.
Ruben, he knows dwarfs. So he would be better at reading them.
Okay, you make an insight check as well then.
Ah!
Yeah, she seems willing to agree.
This is bad. Alright. If we cross paths and you're hostile, we will kill you next time. I hope you understand.
Yes, that makes sense. Of course. Only, no second chances, that sort of thing.
One other thing, Cardi says. If you come across any interesting information that we might wish to know about this dragon, I would pay handsome.
How much?
10 gold if the dragon, information on the level of a dragon attacking a town. Or any significant movements of the like.
I see. I will keep that in mind.
And upon confirmation of the message, on confirmation of the information, you'll be paid more, depending on your accuracy of your information. Do we have a deal? Kazi says,
Deal.
cutting her ropes.
She
Her rope.
stands up and touches the chafing points at where the ropes met the wrists, and then I suppose if that's everything, she begins.
One moment. Kazi says, who's got that permit?
Who?
Kazi looks at the rest of the group. Yeah, the permit we took off there.
Sorry, I can't hear. I couldn't hear you there.
Oh, sorry. The permit that the lady has. That the lady had for the bridge permit. Who's got that?
I think I do.
You want to give it to her?
You hand over the permit.
Actually, it's not in my inventory. So I don't know who actually has it, but
I don't believe anybody added it to their inventory.
Oh.
But yeah, do you return the permit back to her?
does everyone seem to be in agreement?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, I hand it over.
Ah, yes, returning stolen goods. I appreciate it. And she begins to walk away, looking back at you guys a couple of times before she disappears behind a ridge of rock.
I think we should follow her, just in case. Unless you don't think that's a good idea.
Well, how snowy is it?
It is always snowing. It is always like a light snow.
Okay. What kind of owl would you say my owl is?
I think you can resummon it to do a subspecies.
Yep, you would have to recast the spell, so you'd have to spend the gold cost to change the species. But it's like a brownish, white-faced owl sort of looking.
Okay. Okay, so it wouldn't really work trying to blend in to that extent. But I mean, we can. Owl is probably going to be sneakier than most of us. We could follow further back and have the owl scout for a bit.
Yeah, do that. Have the owl watch her from the sky.
All right.
And then Kai's gonna have Kai's gonna have the jackal track her from the ground, but staying out of sight.
Your familiars follow her for a couple of miles. She is making her way to Iron Crag. Is immediately what you can tell from her direction.
Okay, so technically I rolled a 10 on stealth for the owl, and it didn't go through, and then I rolled again. And that's when both the 10 and the 25 came out, because he's being grumpy again. Where's my interaction? I don't know.
Yep. You're not sure if she spots your familiars at any point, but she is making her way to Iron Crag.
And I'm guessing we're following her, right?
Are you guys as a group are following her now?
I think so. Yeah. We follow behind
Yeah,
her.
and we're taking our cart along too, because Iron Crag is the direction we want to go.
The path she's taking is off of the road, so it would be very difficult to follow using the cart, with the cart.
Let's try to follow her with the cart anyway.
All right, is there an animal that, oh wait, no, it's just Ruben pulling the cart, isn't it? Yeah, make a athletics check, Ruben.
I'm strong and buff.
So there are some very steep areas and some parts where it's almost too small for the cart. You managed to fit through the majority of them, but at one point you managed to get the cart. You're going down a path that winds along the side of a cliff, And so there's only like a certain amount of space that the path is, and there's rock on one side and a sheer drop on the other. And there's a point where the cart wheel just falls, and then like your cart is stuck half hanging off of the edge of the trail. And by the time it takes a while to right it back up, and by the time you do, luckily not spilling any of the alcohol barrels, but by the time you do, she has left the sort of general area that you can track using your familiars.
Okay. Not too big of a deal.
But yeah, I guess if you want to retrace your steps, you can make your way to Iron Crag within half a day.
Let's do that. I hope we meet up with her.
Yeah.
Now that you're finally out of the mountains, you're no longer moving at half speed, and you can move through with 8 hours of travel. You can make it. Oh, where is it? Oh, wrong button. There we go. You can make it up to 20 miles in a day. So yeah, it'll take half a day. And with that, you begin approaching the city of Iron Crag. It's more of a large town than an actual city. Let's see here. Yeah, that won't work. But it's more of a town than an actual city. But standing next to this large clump of buildings, some of which are built along the river, and some are built along like a loop that the river does, in such a way that like the city in itself, half of it, a good chunk of the city is like on an island, half partly out into the river, and a good chunk is on the shoreline. And sitting next to it is this huge tower, like it's maybe 10 to 15 stories tall. So it's quite a large construct, and it's separated from the town itself. From your vantage point, you can see what appears to be like the castle, so maybe probably the lord lives there, but this tower is not like part of the city in itself. Ruben, you would know this place. That is the Cold Heart Tower. That is where the Archmage lives. The one that you have talked with before, met before.
So are we going to Roland's like blacksmith shop, or where are we going? Or are we just sitting outside the city?
Right now you are approaching the city. Is there anything you'd like to do before you enter?
Are we covered in blood, or we just look like normal adventurers?
Take some time to clean yourselves up. You do have blood splatters on your clothing.
Let's clean ourselves up a bit.
This would probably be the best. If you have the spell, the cantrip Prestidigitation, this would be the best use of it.
Someone have that?
I don't know if I have it at the moment, but I have access to Prestidigitation within it. I don't.
So not at the moment.
Like, it would literally only take an hour for me to get.
Do you want to wait
hour?
outside of the city for an hour?
Technically, it would take us a bit to clean up anyway.
So you're just spending some time cleaning yourselves up?
Yeah.
Taking some water, especially using the decanter of endless water, you manage to get your clothes at least not completely soiled in blood. And finally, you arrive at the gates of Iron Crag. There is a stone wall, maybe 15 feet tall, that surrounds the majority of the city. There are a couple of guards waiting at the gatehouse. As you approach, one of the guards, what appears to be a guard captain, they're all dwarves, and the captain status is signified by the blue stripe on the helmet. Alt. State your business.
Some merchant business in town.
Somebody wanted to pause? Oh, or do you mean you pause?
No, yeah, we pause as a group
Oh, okay.
at the entrance and to talk to the guards.
Merchant business, eh?
Buying and selling.
You don't look like the type.
What adventurers,
It's
mostly. We do some buying and
More on a
selling.
personal scale.
Ah, okay. Anything
A collection of
anything dangerous
underwear.
to declare?
Nothing but our own weapon.
Magic? Kaiser says with a confused look on his face. No? Other than that, no. Nothing dangerous.
What's in the cart?
Beer. Or, what kind of beer is it? Alcohol? Something like that.
Doesn't it say like frostproof ale or something?
Yeah,
Let me take a
ale.
look in the cart for the description. Yeah, frostproof ale.
So the guard captain and one of the guards, or the guard sergeant, and one of the guards walks up and pokes at the barrels, like feeling their weight. You are aware that there are no creatures of any type, living or dead, allowed within the city. Here is the list. He points to one of the guards, and the guard, almost like on cue, points his spear up at a tapestry that has been hung up on the side of the gate opening. It's wide enough so that it's almost like a room in itself. There's a large overhang. There is like a list of 40 to 50 different creatures. There's like dragons, gnolls, like any kobolds. There's like dozens of creatures. Do you have any of those to declare, whether living or dead?
A troll head.
Let me see it.
You kept the head?
Yeah, I got the head.
Okay.
Troll head. 10 pounds. I unburied it out of my pack.
Adrien, Ruben just has it impaled on one of his javelins sticking out of his pack.
He pokes it with his spear. You have to be careful with these. You cut an arm off, it'll grow into a whole new troll. I don't know about the head, though.
Tell me about it.
We made sure no arms got away.
That's good. That's good.
Did he try to run?
Great.
It was kind of fun.
Take that to the guild. There's a bounty out for them. And make sure they get it disposed of.
Will do.
I believe that's everything. Enjoy Ironcrag. And he tips his helmet, and the guards stand off to the side, letting you guys through.
Kazi nods to him. Good day, sir.
You guys enter into what is a pretty calm city. Kazi, you would be used to a much more, intense. The sheer size of the city near Imberfell is basically this city's market would look like the average street of the city that you hail from.
Oh.
But basically, there are a couple of people walking down the street. There are dwarves that appear to be sweeping the snow into large piles, probably because it never stops snowing here. There's a couple of carts that have already been filled with snow, and they're carting them off somewhere. Other than that, it's pretty quiet.
All right then. Let us head for the guild.
Right. I'm sure you have business with the guild. I will meet you. So, actually, we'll be passing by my shop, and then you can see where it is, and you can do your business. But I need to stop by my shop, make sure everything's in working order.
Can we leave the car with you for now?
Sure. I got a courtyard.
Thank you.
You can just pull it right there. So you guys, he only lives maybe a block away from the gatehouse, the western gate of Ironcrag, and you go between a half alleyway, half road that leads to his blacksmith shop. Is built amongst a couple of other houses or buildings, and there's it's built in a U shape so that there's a large open area, maybe 20 feet wide, that has a bunch of smithing tools set out. There's also a huge overhang, a temporary structure to prevent the snow from just building up all over his tools. And you have stepped into there's a sign that says Rosewood Smiths. And as you step in, you see a female dwarf that is hammering at a piece of metal as you arrive at his shop.
Oh, so there's already a dwarf there.
Yep. I'm back. Any unusual orders? Anything big? No, not that I would say. The town guard are asking for a number of weapons, and then she notices you guys. Who are these? Oh, yeah, these are some people that I came across on my travels from Coldstone Village. This right here, if you don't recognize him, this is... Wait, okay, hang on. This is your cousin. Rowan is your cousin. I need to double check this just to make sure I'm not...
Yeah, he's my cousin.
Yeah. Yes, this is my younger cousin Ruben. You should... Don't you remember him? No. I'm pretty sure... Right, Ruben, you were part of that trip that we took to Ironcrag, 15 years ago?
You would have been 3 at the time, right?
I think so. I think that's what my parents told me.
Oh, I forget your age sometimes. Yeah, okay, you haven't met. This right here is Triss. Triss Rosewood. Ah, yes. Wait, okay, sorry, I interrupted myself. At your service, everyone, and Kin, and she nods at you, Ruben, and then she goes back to hammering the piece of steel.
Do you know of anywhere I might be able to sell some spell scrolls in the city?
Yes, I could put in a good word with some people, but what you're looking for is a place I've visited a couple of times, Vander's Books. It's towards the heart of the city on the island. That's the majority of the more affluent establishments are.
Question: do you know what level of spell scrolls are sold in the city?
I don't know. I know that the ones he stocks are up to 3rd tier, but I believe he is willing to purchase more expensive spell scrolls.
Good to know. Thank you.
Just beware, he doesn't like people touching his stuff. Just keep your hands to yourself, and you should have a quite easy business with the man.
Do you know where we could sell some scimitars? We have 9 scimitars.
Actually, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I am willing to purchase them. We have a couple of orders with the town guard, and we can just easily reshape those to ones that they're used to.
We also have an enchanted scimitar, mildly enchanted. Would you be willing to buy that one as
Wait,
well?
no, I thought Ruben was going to keep using that one.
Wait, it's in the cart though. He's in the short cart, right?
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to grab it out.
Oh, you're going to use that.
Scimitar is a +1.
Yeah, sorry. Are you willing to buy the light crossbows as well? Because that's something we'll have to find another buyer for.
No, I can purchase those as well, though not at full cost. They were used by bandits. I'll probably have to repair them and rework some of the... have a carpenter fix some of the wooden components.
That is fine with me, Kazi says with a shrug.
Oh, let's see. You have 9 scimitars. He's looking into in the cart. You have 9 scimitars, 10 light crossbows. If my old brain could still do the math.
19 times 25 is what store price would be.
I don't have... The most I can give you is 290 gold pieces, and I will have to stop at the bank before I can supply you with such funds.
Is there a chance we'll be able to get a better deal elsewhere?
So to talk to you as the GM, so most of the time when you sell mundane goods, you're going to be selling them at half the cost that's in the shop.
Oh.
So he's giving you a better deal than what you would get as market price for used weapons.
All right, we'll take your deal then.
And I prefer to sell to my cousin compared to other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, shake on it then. And he holds out his hand.
I mean, honestly, even Adrien would probably prefer to sell to your cousin.
So he has to reach up. He has to reach up to grab Kazi's hand. And he says, "Very well. All right. You do your business at the guild, and I will meet you back here, and I will have your gold."
Actually, I have a rusted short sword, and a hand crossbow.
I can purchase those.
I'm not proficient in any of those, or at least the Foundry is telling me I'm not. I really don't see a reason to keep them.
All right. He is to do one business transaction at a time. He is going to take the scimitars and the light crossbows from the cart, and then he has promised you 290 gold pieces for them. And then Adrien, you said you had okay.
The rusted short sword, and a hand crossbow, because I'm not proficient in any of those, and Kreth, I don't think, needs it. Ruben's got the short sword already, unless I gave them.
I can give you 45 gold pieces for the lot, and I have that on hand. Let me take a look at that sword real quick. Do you hand him the rusted short sword?
Yeah.
Where did you...
Because that one didn't have any special properties, did it?
Get this exactly?
Where did I get that?
You got it out of the vault.
Oh, it was from the vault?
Yeah.
Oh, then I might not want to sell it to him. Did it have any magical properties?
Nothing that Identify recognized. This is strange.
Oh?
Yes, to the untrained eye, this may appear to be just a typical rusted sword, but look at it. Rust normally accumulates at where the hilt meets the blade, because that's where other water and blood will accumulate, even after you clean the sword. And the rust is uniformly all the way across the weapon. It's like it's meant to look rusted, but the person who was making it look rusted didn't know what a rusted blade looked like. But it doesn't seem special. Nothing magical about it. At least normally you can discern these things. The runes or the way that the sword feels is often a tell, and this sword doesn't have either.
I also cast Identify on it. Nothing seemed ordinary, so I would tend to agree with you there, but should we try scraping off some of the rust first?
I can try that. What do you want to do with it?
Before selling it to you, I'd rather have a more accurate appraisal of its value.
I can hold on to it, and I can try and do a more thorough appraisal, but I can't guarantee that it will be intact. Though, if I'm able to break it, then it's no magic weapon.
Like, is anything revealed if we scrape a little bit of the rust off?
I can spend some time on it and get back to you. I might have maybe a half an hour before, depending on how long you take at the guild.
Okay.
All right, and okay, so for the hand crossbow, I am willing to give you 40 gold pieces.
Okay, that's only a little above half, but still fair enough.
All right, are you selling it to him then?
And what about the regular short sword? Because that would be above what we could sell it for, technically.
I can give you for the...
Because it only says...
Just for the hand crossbow.
And what about the short sword?
The strange rusted one, or the normal one?
The normal one.
That's 6 gold pieces.
Okay. So, 46 gold pieces.
Yep, you can go ahead and add that to... He has the gold on hand for that, at least, so he gives you the gold, and I will remove those from your inventory. So you can add 46 gold pieces to your gold.
Aren't you going to split that with us?
He's also going to take the rusted short sword for now. He's just going to have it at the shop.
Technically, was this just stuff Adrien was carrying because he...
You're carrying party loot.
Was carrying it, or was it just carrying it because he identified it and held on to it?
It's party loot. That's what it was.
Okay, technically. So, 46 divided by 3, that's almost 16.
Just get close, round to the nearest gold coin.
4, 11 and a half. Everyone gets 11 gold, including myself. So, Kazi and Kreth will get 11 gold.
Thank you.
And Adrien keeps 24, and Ruben, you can mark 11 off of your...
Was that 11 you said?
No, 12 off.
Yeah,
of that.
11.
Would that make more sense?
No, 11.
Are you keeping all the extra gold coins and not splitting the extra ones?
Okay, fine. You want to break up the silver?
How many extra gold is there?
2.
Then give one to one of us.
I'd like to point out that Adrien is casting Identify for free.
So, Kazi can do that too.
So Kazi actually does have Identify?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 is actually evenly divisible. We don't end up with a number. So, for all intents and purposes, I'll give each of you another 5 silver.
Oh, just give Ruben extra gold. He said there's 2 extra gold that didn't get divided. You keep one and give Ruben the other.
No. I'm giving you 2 an extra 5 silver because that's 11 and a half gold.
So how much gold did you give to...
Oh,
okay.
11 gold, 5 silver to Kazi and Kreth. I didn't give Ruben anything because he owes me money.
All right. Are you good with... You're like off in one corner of this open building, deciding who gets what gold, and you're like passing coins to each other. Are you ready to move on, or is there
How
still?
much silver do we get? What was the final amount?
11 gold, 5 silver.
11 gold, 5
Okay.
silver. That's an even division between everyone, except for Ruben, because he has any money.
That's still even.
Yeah, it's a perfectly even division between all four. And then what was the name of the bookshop, Andrew?
What are you going to first? Which place are you going to first?
The guild.
Okay, so you make your way.
Need to send everyone to the guild, though?
May as well. If we end up signing up for the guild. 'Cause we might just sign up for the guild if the guy can convince us.
Oh. If you're going to the guild to sign up, Adrien's not going to be. But to collect
Not
the
intending to
bounty...
sign up, but if we have to sign up to collect the bounty, we will.
Okay. Adrien's just going to let you turn in the bounty, because the bounty doesn't scale with the number of people, did it?
No, it doesn't. The bounty does not care how many people killed the monster, just how many monsters were killed.
Okay, so Adrien needs to sell spell scrolls, so he's going to go find the bookshop that it was Rowan, wasn't it?
Yeah, Rowan suggested Vander's books.
Adrien is going to go try to find Vander's books. I assume he would have some sort of directions from Rowan.
Yeah, he can give you directions. You make your way across quite a large stone bridge over to the island, which is quite small. It maybe only has 10 total buildings, including mostly because the majority of the island is taken up by a huge keep, castle-like building. But who wants to go first? The group going to the guild, or the group going to Vander's books? Or are you going as one group?
Let's go to the guild. That's my vote.
Yeah, let's go to the guild.
Are you all going as a group?
Adrien is specifically splitting off from you because he doesn't want to go to the guild, because he has to sell the spell scrolls anyway. But narratively, you can follow.
Almost surprisingly, your business in the guild is quite surprisingly fast. You enter into the large wooden building, and it is not long before you arrive at a sort of manager who is able to show you the bounty on the troll, which is for 20 gold pieces. And once you produce the head, they approve it and give you the bounty in coins.
How many coins do they give us?
20 gold.
20 gold.
So everybody gets 5 gold.
All right. Then Kazi goes to that bookstore place to sell his own spell scrolls.
Adrien, you're head of the group as you go across the bridge and to a building that it doesn't actually, funny enough, have a name. It just has a big symbol, like a big drawing of a book. You walk through the doors, and immediately you enter into just rows upon rows of books just scattered everywhere. It is not organized at all. It is more of a mess with piles of tomes off to one side. Further through this building, you can see through a metal bars cuts the building in half, and on the other half you can see what are clearly more expensive, sometimes magical tomes that fill up the bookshelves on the back half of the building. Yeah, hang on. I will be right there in a second. And after waiting a moment, an older human shows up, and he's wearing some more affluent clothes than at least Rowan has. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking to sell some spell scrolls.
Oh, so you actually have something.
And I show him the spell scrolls of Identify, Cure Wounds, Spare the Dying, Alarm, and I'm going to keep Expeditious Retreat and Hex.
Okay, so
specifically don't show him those.
For selling spell scrolls, it's similar to, especially at this shop specifically, he will buy them at half the cost that he's selling them at. So what level? It's based on the level of the spell scroll.
That's 3 first level spell scrolls and a cantrip scroll. But wouldn't that just be selling them at the same cost that I made them?
Yeah, that's not worth it.
Yes, that would be it.
So that would be pointless.
It's a shame we couldn't make a deal.
Do you have in stock, if I may ask?
A lot of things. Most of my customers arrive with not to browse, but with something in particular in mind. I have almost every spell scroll you could imagine, up to tier 3, including a couple of tier 4 ones. Though that, and he sort of looks you up and down in a snobby way, might be a little above your price range.
So how much do level 3 scrolls cost?
That would be 300 gold pieces for a level 3 scroll.
Oh, it's only 300 gold?
Yes.
So technically I could afford one. Can I technically cast a 3rd level spell if I have a scroll?
Yes, you could. You would not need you would not need 3rd level spell slots. It would just have to be on your class's spell list.
Okay, so here's the question. I have Magic Initiate in Wizard. Does that mean I can cast Wizard spells?
You know what?
Only
For the sake of this campaign, I will say yes. I will allow that.
Okay. Okay, so that would also extend to cleric spells as well. All right. So this is tempting. Just
after going through after thinking for a moment, the rest of your group arrives surprisingly fast. You were expecting them to be at the guild probably a lot longer, and they only arrived maybe 5 or 6 minutes after you.
And out of character, haste is a 3rd level spell. Technically, I could buy a spell scroll because there's something I wanted to do with haste, but that's like all of my money currently. And I'm trying to craft other artifacts, so I'm not sure how much use that would be at the moment.
Kazi's waiting out with the others, and he shoots a message to Ruben or Adrien through the window and says, "Act like you don't know me when I come in."
Why?
Might get a better deal that way.
I don't know if that's like a slight on you, but it sounds like it.
Yeah.
That's not how it's meant, but yeah.
And that's when the rest of the group enters. Ah, welcome, customers.
Only Kazi comes in. The others stay outside.
Okay.
Unless you guys really want to come in.
Ah, welcome. Is there anything you had in particular in mind?
Hang on. Before they enter, Kazi turns to the others and says, "I'm going to play the nobleman. Act like you're my bodyguard or something. This could be interesting. This could be fun." Kazi says with a light grin. You down for it, Ruben?
Smiles.
Who is the player cart?
That would be the cart that you guys have been carrying around. Currently, it's not with you guys. It's at the Rowan's Smith. Smithy.
Ruben, do you need the troll head in your inventory? Because didn't you give that to the?
Oh, yep. Did you guys all add the gold that you got from the troll head?
I did not, but I
will
presume
remove
that
the troll head.
shortly they'll be.
There we go.
I presume that shortly they'll give me 5 gold.
Yeah.
Yep, Adrien, you can just go ahead and add it to your inventory now. Make it simpler.
Yeah, I did. And then Ruben owes him money still.
All right, Ozzy, you enter the vendor's books.
Has Adrien stepped out yet or no?
Have you left, or are you still looking around?
Adrien he kind of steps back as Ozzy comes in, but doesn't quite leave yet.
Kazi doesn't even look at him. Kazi walks up to the counter. "Hello, good," Kazi says in his best noble voice or whatever. Act like
it's probably not hard for you because that's the way that you grew up. Ah, I see. Welcome to Vander's Books. Is there anything you were interested in?
The buying and the selling. But it's mostly the selling. See, I recently made some spell scrolls and have found myself running low on cash, so I must unfortunately sell them instead of you. Would you be able to help me out with them? I have some level 1s and some level 2s.
I feel like this is going to be a performance check. And I'll give you advantage for this.
Awesome.
Because of your background. Oh, what did you say your name was? Oh, it is a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Good to meet you.
Of course. We have the funds at this establishment to purchase any of the scrolls you're willing to part with. We also have up to tier 3 spells and a couple of tier 4s here or there.
Out of character. Would Kazi be able to cast a tier 4?
Yes, if it was
Not sure
on
how high tier he can
I
get.
asked.
Yeah, the way that spell
earlier.
scrolls work is you can cast any spell scroll as long as it's in your class list. Though
That makes sense.
I don't remember if the rules have changed, but it used to be that you would make an Arcana check and there was a chance of failure. But I don't remember if that's still the case.
That might still be how it is. I could be wrong though.
I might have to look through, but yeah, that's basically how it works.
All right.
Well, Kazi says, let's start with the selling. And then we'll get to the buying. Sound good to you?
Yes, that sounds very good.
All right. In terms of level 2s, I have 2. Misty Step and Shatter.
Give me 1 second.
Are you?
For level 2 spell scrolls, I can give you 120 gold pieces.
How much do they sell for? That
200.
isn't out of character.
It's 200.
Wait, what? No, level 2 spells. Oh, yeah. So the base cost of level 2 spells is 200, yes.
120? This seems a bit low, Kazi says, raising his eyebrows. I'm sure you give me a generous price of 160.
Make a persuasion check.
10.
I have no desire to argue or barter with such a high esteemed nobleman such as yourself. But however, the shop must make a profit. I would say 150. I can meet there.
Very well, Kazi says, and sets Shatter and Misty, the spell scrolls for Shatter and Misty Step down.
All right, you
One
get
Shatter and one Misty Step for 150 each.
Yep, he examines them, making sure they're legit, and then with that, you can add 300 gold pieces total to your, and I will remove those 2 spell scrolls from your inventory.
Oh, so you sell to a nobleman so he can make 50% profit.
Is Adrien just saying this out loud?
Oh yeah, he says this out loud. He doesn't know how much a level 2 spell scroll costs.
The bookkeeper looks a little annoyed at you. Some esteemed customers are worth keeping, sir. Are you done perusing?
So my business is perhaps less likely to continue or not worth as much simply because I have clothes that's nice. Sure, he's got some of Daddy's money, but what does he have personally at the moment?
Sir, I will not have you harassing my loyal customers. I will have to ask you to leave.
Not sure this counts as harassment. But anyway, I don't feel like doing business here. Adrien walks out.
Yeah, he holds the door open for you, guiding you out, and then he closes the door behind you. Now then, where were we? You were interested in the purchasing of some of my fine wares as well?
As
Yes.
he walks out, going to cast a message on Kazi and say, wants to curry favor with the Argentus family.
Kazi just chuckles back mentally. Now, I have 1 mage armor
I'll go
scroll,
turn a higher
2
profit
chromatic
somewhere
ore.
else.
Oh, hang on a second. Kazi, have you told your last name to your group yet?
No, I haven't.
Adrien, make a history check.
Okay, let me get proficiency in history checks. 7.
Is it pronounced Argentus, or how is it pronounced?
Argentus, yes.
The Argentus
Argentus.
family, it sounds familiar. You've heard it before, though you don't remember from where. But back to Kazi. Kazi, what would you like to purchase? He does have every single 3rd tier spell scroll for purchase.
Okay. Kazi wants to sell his Mage Armor, Chromatic Orbs, and Ice Knife to him. 4 level 1 spells.
Ah, okay. Those he will sell to you. Hang on, let me double check this list here.
No, that's what I'm selling to him.
No, those he will purchase from you for...
Okay.
You managed to haggle it up to 40 gold pieces.
I'll take that.
All right, so you're selling all 4?
Yep.
All right, I'll
Wait, 40?
those.
Wait, those are level 1 spell scrolls, or do they cost 50?
They cost 25 to produce, and they are normally sold at
All
50 gold pieces. So your... What is it? So Kazi, you get 160, I believe?
Yes, 160.
Yep, and after that, are there any scrolls or anything you would like to purchase?
What level 4 spells do you have? I'm not sure if I have the cash on them, but I might come back in a few days to buy them.
Ah, an excellent choice. No, wait, I believe he sounded a little... excellent choice. Let me pull them out. And he pulls out a couple of spell scrolls. There is a spell of... Hang on 1 second. Nope. It's not what I meant to do. I put, like, all of the items in just a dude called Merchant. And I accidentally put him on the map. There is a Banishment Scroll. There is a Blight Scroll. There is a Luke's Resilient Sphere. And there is a Polymorph Scroll.
Oh, we got polymorph. Quick question for clarity. How does polymorph work? Is that the one where I can turn another creature into another creature?
Yes.
Against their will?
Against their will, and they can also choose to fail that as well. So you can polymorph yourself, for example. But you can use it on other creatures, yes.
What's the difference between polymorph and true polymorph?
True polymorph, if the spell is not counteracted, they actually become that creature. Polymorph, if they are hurt in any way, if they run out of that creature's health, if they were to die as that creature, they would just reappear as themselves.
Okay.
Also, true polymorph, it increases the... So true polymorph is a lot more stronger because you can also transmute creatures into objects as well, and objects into creatures.
Okay. Interesting. I don't know the 3rd tier spells that well.
You also figure out that 4th tier magic spell scrolls are 2,000 gold pieces apiece.
Okay,
so they jump up in price very quickly.
Yeah, that's more than I... Yeah. Wait, hold on. Flaming Sphere wait, am I on 2nd level?
Luke's Resilient Sphere is a 4th tier spell. It basically encases a creature within a sphere that cannot be damaged.
Oh.
For up to... Shoot, I don't remember how long. Nope.
Yeah.
Why does it not include the time length for a minute?
Not sure.
So, is there anything you'd like to purchase from the bookstore?
Yes, I'm just trying to find it. Oh man, never mind. I was trying to find the wall spell, but it's wizard, so I can't use it.
It's wizard what?
There's a wall spell.
You are a wizard, aren't you?
Is it from?
Yeah, but it's not a wizard spell. It's a ranger druid spell.
Right. I was looking at 5th level spells for some reason. I see. Yeah, most of the wall spells are in the 4th and 5th tier.
Yeah. I'm not sure if that one's useful yet.
All right. Are you guys all set here? And you're going to return to the Rosewood Smiths to check in on Rowan, who has your gold?
One moment.
Hey, Andrew.
Yes. Yes, Ruben?
Could I sell the Berserker's battle axe?
You would have to find a buyer for that, and that is going to be very difficult because it is a rare item.
I'm also going to try and sell my spell scrolls in the wider city.
Kazi is going to ask, what are the most popular spells of level 1 and level 2 that people buy spell scrolls for?
Ah, an excellent question, sir. I can tell you that the majority of them are some often spells that one will want but not necessarily need. For example, Identify is a common one. Mostly by more powerful adventurers. They have a lot more that they'll need. They need a lot of other spells saved up for dangerous adventuring that having Identify is practically a risk. Featherfall is also one. The guard will keep a hold on that one. Cure Wounds is also a very popular one. For obvious reasons.
Yes.
Although we can make that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I should probably have a spell scroll of Featherfall, actually. Forgot to buy that while I was in the shop.
Would you be willing to sell me a fireball scroll for 80?
Of course, I can sell that to you for 300 gold pieces.
Very well, Kazi says with a chuckle, and hands him 300 gold.
All right, you get a fireball scroll. Oh, hang on. I can just quick create one. Oh. Where did it put it? I created the scroll. I don't know where it went.
Uh-oh.
If anybody has a fireball scroll suddenly in their inventory, where is it going? Oh, no, wait. No, okay. Here we go. I figured it out. And Kazi, if you want to, yep, you already marked off 300 gold. Here's your fireball scroll. There we go.
Perfect.
Are you okay? As for the other things, it looks like we're gonna have to finish up in a minute or two here. We'll have to roll for you guys trying to find a buyer for your items next session, because as you are getting back to the Rosewood Smiths, you hear a sort of a panicked as you're just outside of the building. You hear where is it? I just put it down.
Oh.
Triss,
as soon as he
Triss, where is it? Didn't I leave it over here? No, you left it over here? And you guys enter just in time to see Rowan and Triss just looking very confused.
What seems to have been lost?
I am terribly sorry. I can assure you, I don't always lose things immediately after I get them. Though a slight issue is the rusted sword is missing. I don't know where it went. Before I went to the bank. Oh, yes. Also, shoot, how much was it again? It was 460 gold pieces that he owed you guys, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there. So
he hands over the 460, and he says, "So I just got back from the bank. Here you go for the weapons. However, the sword is missing. You handed it to me, and I put it down right here." And he was pointing to an empty spot. 115, you said?
Yeah, 115.
Everybody gets 115 gold to go ahead and add that to your gold amount.
And that pays off like most of Ruben's debt if he gives that to Adrien.
Anyway, I put it right here, and he's pointing towards a sword. There's a rack of swords, and there's just an empty space where he had placed the rusted sword.
Kazi's gonna immediately cast Locate Object.
Yeah, so you cast Locate Object, and immediately you detect it. It is, and you turn around to look at Adrien.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Cool.
Wait, it's back in my inventory now. What the heck?
Adrien, you move to. You're confused for a second,
What?
but then your hand brushes something, Adrien. Where normally there wouldn't be anything on your where your sickle or your dagger would normally be is the hilt of a sword that your hand brushes against as you reach around yourself.
Huh. Must have some form of magic I couldn't detect.
And with that is where we are going to end today's session.